What's your boy JC Automation back in another video. This is part 3 in the 5-part series where we're teaching you everything you need to know to learn how to go out and start making money in real estate. You guys know that is one of the foundations of wealth. That is 100% my retirement plan, and I want to empower you, which is why I partner with my brother here, Mr. Sawan Belcher. This is me taking action. All of his links are down in the description below. And in this video, you guys already know about the mentality. You guys already know how to market and find deals. If you don't, the playlist is down in the description below. Go watch those 2 videos, then come back here, because what we're going to talk about specifically in this video is, now that your phone is ringing, now that deals are coming in, how do you structure those deals to be a win-win? So we're going to refer to this as acquisition, and we're going to break that down for you in this video. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, bro. So again.
Yes, sir.
All right. So I want you to take the lead on it. When you say acquisition, what do you mean?
Okay. Now, acquisitions is the department. Okay. Acquisitions is this is the most important part of your company. You cannot make any money in real estate without actually acquiring it, without getting it under contract, without going to hunt for it and getting it. Okay. You know, that's everybody's problem. There's so many people with so much money, right, that need to spend the money but can't find the deal. They can't find the house deal that they need in order to spend that money. That's literally the most valuable part of real estate, is having a great deal. Anybody can go pay over sticker for a deal. You know, anybody can go pay, you know, they can go on the MLS and find a house and they overpay $20,000 and say, "Oh yeah, I won." You know,
can I tell you what's popular opinion? And then you tell me if you agree or disagree, and just tweak that. The reason being is because I know a lot of you all, based off of the comments that you put underneath the video and the messages you guys keep sending me on Instagram. So this is collectively the opinion that a lot of people have as it pertains to acquisition. So they watch some YouTube videos or Googled it. I want to find a house. I don't want to pay more than 70% of the ARV. So I find a $100,000 house. I'm not going to spend more than $70,000 on it. Then I'm going to look and try to find all the repairs that's wrong with it. Let's say it needs a $30,000 renovation. So I take that off of the 70. Now it's a $40,000 house. Right? Let's say I want to make $5,000 on it. Take that off. So now the most I could spend for this $100,000 house is $35,000. So people DM me that multiple times saying that's what they think the strategy is. And then they say, how in the world am I going to find a $100,000 house that somebody will sell to me for $35,000? So the first part is, do you agree with that approach? And then secondly, talk about your acquisition strategy on how in the world do you get somebody to give you those terms.
Super dope. Okay, so this is the part where you need to tap into the mindset. Okay. This is the part when you have to tap into the mindset. Now, the 1% of people, you know, financially, okay, that 1%, they're doing things that me and you may have never done. Okay, $1 million in an hour. Okay, I've never done that before. For somebody that is regular, they would say that you're lying if you would have told them that you made $1 million in an hour. Okay, so you can't be the same person. You can't be the same person that you need to be to get this kind of deal. The person that you need to be to get a $250,000 house for $6,000 is not the person that you are right now, just starting the business.
That's a nugget. I don't want to glaze over that. So mentally, because I know almost everybody watching this video may believe that if somebody said I made $1 million an hour, no way, not legally at least. Right. So you mentally have to become a better person, a different person. For sure. Operate on a higher level to even make this happen.
For sure. For sure. So whenever you're getting into acquisitions, it's all about getting better. Okay. It's all about getting sharper at your marketing, which we talked about, getting sharper at like your, you know, I don't want to say knowledge, but just doing the actual business, doing the hard parts. Okay, so this is what's going to happen when you start doing you choose your marketing strategy, whatever that is. Okay, you're gonna get a lead in. Okay, a lead is You're going to buy records. Okay, that's your list that you're marketing to. Mm-hmm. And you're going to get a lead in. A lead is when somebody says, hey, I might consider selling to you. Mm-hmm. Okay. And when that person starts talking to you and they start asking you questions, mm-hmm. And you come up with a response.
First thing they're going to ask is, right. How much money? Make me an offer.
Right, yeah. Right. When you learn how to answer that question properly, mm-hmm. let's say the first time you answer it and you say, well, you know, just looking at it right here, I'll offer you $100,000, and they hang up on you. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now you have to think about what you did good and what you did bad, and then change it up the next time. Mm-hmm. Okay. And so the next time this comes up, you should answer that question better. Mm-hmm. So imagine making better moves, better mm-hmm. chess moves
every time.
Yeah. Now, the thing is with this, most people say, well, I did that, and that's definitely mm-hmm. what I did. Well, how many times did you do it? Well, I did it 100 times. Mm-hmm. Most people will say 10, but I'm going to be extra with it. I did it 100 times. And they say, well, why didn't it work? It's because you didn't do it 1,000. You know what I'm saying? You have, imagine making a change in your life. Mm-hmm. Think about it like this. $1 million is great because it's 1,000,000 ones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you had to get 1,000,000 ones. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you had to do a lot of it. Okay, so when somebody calls you from your lead, mm-hmm. or you get a lead, you need to have absolute confidence in yourself. I say at this point, you need to, even though you might not be an expert, you need to sound like an expert. Mm-hmm. Okay. So what I typically tell people to do is, like I'm doing right now, back straight, I'm up, I'm looking you in the eye. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm sounding confident. I'm being loud for no reason. People typically associate me being loud, you being loud, as confidence. Mm-hmm. You can be lying and say something loud and people believe it's the truth, because most people say that, well, when you're lying, you're quiet. Yeah. Because you don't want nobody to know that you're lying. Mm-hmm. But when you loud, they think that, oh, he's got to be telling the truth. That dude is blunt. He's a truth seeker, Yeah. So
that's a nugget, because I want to slow it down, because not only are we talking about acquisition, I also want to debunk what you guys think acquisition is. Yeah. And the nugget there was that you answer the phone, because there is this rumor, if you will, that the first time they call, you have a voicemail that tells them leave their name, address, and contact information, so that way you can do some homework and call them back.
Right.
But you actually answer the phone.
For sure. Yeah, let's talk to them.
What if you're not in front of your laptop, so you can't pull up the whole, you still answer the phone?
Yeah. Well, that's what people aren't doing. Okay. Here's an exercise for everybody. Okay, because you remember in the last series we talked about everybody has bandit signs.
Yep.
In your city, I want you to drive through your city, and every time you see a bandit sign, call them. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now I want you to do this with at least 20 different signs, and I want you to make a note of who they are, what they say on their voicemails, what they did good and bad from your opinion, and also make note of who answered and who did not. I'll tell you that I did this, okay, because my mentor at the time told me to do it. And out of 20, one person answered. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You said 99, 1%. 99, 1%. You choose. Which one do you want to be? You want to be the 99 or the 1? So I go ahead and answer because nobody else is answering. So instantly when I answer, I'm already ahead of the competition.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So when I sound like an expert, when I speak loudly, I speak confidently, I'm even higher on the rank, right? Mm-hmm. When I sound sharp, when sounding sharp doesn't mean that. Sounding sharp means you don't say a bunch of ums and ahs. Sounding sharp means that you're prepared. Like if they ask you a question, you know the answer, or if you don't know the answer, you have the courage to say, I don't know the answer, but me and you, we can figure this out together. A coward, somebody weak, somebody new says, well, I think it's this. I heard it's this. Just say no. You don't know. Just say I don't know. This is my first investment property. Just say I don't know. And sellers will attract to that. People like that. People want to be honest. We just had a transparent conversation off camera.
Yeah.
And honestly, you're gonna go home and think about this. You're gonna say Sawan's a cool fucking dude because I'm just honest. Because I'm honest. And so you need to be sharp, enthusiastic, and you need to sound like an expert, even if you don't know what you're talking about, right off gate. And definitely answer the phone. Okay. Yeah. Those RVMs come in, people call, answer the phone. Okay, answer the phone.
All right. So let's walk through it. Oh.
It's okay.
Let's walk through it a little bit for the person out there that's like, okay, I want to answer the phone, but I have no idea what to do. So let's say I call you because I saw a piece of your marketing, whatever it was, either an ad online, a bandit sign, or whatever you were doing in my area. And I have a house that I don't mind selling. All right. I call you. Hey, I saw your sign out. I have a house for sale, 123 Main Street. Yep. I'm thinking about selling it. It's my mom's old house. I'm looking to get $180,000 for it.
Yeah, check this out. So once they call you, you can't answer the phone like you would normally answer the phone before. Okay. Before, most people answer their phone and they say, hello. Okay. Mm-hmm. That's not how people see you. Before they even call you, they perceive you. Once they see your sign as, when they see we really buy houses, they perceive you to be a person, and you need to be that person. Okay. So I typically answer the phone, Sawan speaking. So you shouldn't just answer the phone like hello. When I say Sawan speaking, they say, oh, this is a businessman. So first you need to be a business person when you answer the phone. And when they say, hey, I saw your sign, I got this house, and I wanted to just see if you do, really do what you say your sign does. At that point, when people call you, okay, they want to hear that you know what you're talking about, but really they want to be heard. Okay, believe it or not, when people call you, they want to deal with people. Okay. They want to deal with a person. So I'm cool. So I continue to be the cool person. Sawan speaking. Oh, I got this house, da 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 da. Oh, nice. I love it. Well, I'm definitely interested. Just well, what do you need to know? I really don't know. I mean, I just want to buy houses. I like buying houses. I buy them for fun, man. And honestly, I'm down. Typically what I talk about on these conversations is more about you. What's up, brother? Mm-hmm. I'm chill. I'm cool on the phone. Okay. Yeah. So I suggest that everybody just be cool. Like, calm down. It's just a conversation. Okay.
How do you calm down when you really need the money?
Yeah. This is that becoming a new person kind of thing. The Bible says be anxious. Don't be anxious. Okay. So we can't seem like, oh, I gotta have it. Give it to me. I need it. No, we have to be in full control of our whole body, especially when you start getting into physical appointments and you're talking to sellers in person. You can't make faces or, if they house smell bad, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. So you have to become aware. You're going to get better of it. I forget your question. What was your question? Jesus Christ. What was your question? My
question was, how do you not seem anxious when you really want the money?
So you have to have full control, but more so you're going to lead them on through conversation. Okay. And you're going to get them to storytell. You're going to get them to tell you everything that you need to know without you having to ask for it. Okay. And go slow. The slower the better. Okay. The slower the better. And what I mean is, every time I've been on a phone call with a seller for an hour, I've gotten the deal.
So your job is not just to make sure that we getting it. Your job is not to get them to agree to a number and get them to sign a contract.
Nope. Right. My job of when they call me or when I call them is they're already aware of me. Okay. So the first thing is I want them to be aware of me. Okay. The second thing I want to do is to know if they actually want to sell. Like, seriously, I want $3 million for my house. Okay. Would you actually sell it at that point? So I got somebody that's seriously motivated on the phone. Okay. Because if they're not motivated, I can't help them. If they just want a bag full of gold, I can't give them that. That's not what I'm doing. Okay. And then the third thing I'm trying to accomplish on the phone is just to let them know I'm genuinely a real person. I'm not a scam. I actually do the business, and I can perform for you if we can come to an agreement. It doesn't have to be today. It doesn't have to be tomorrow, but I can perform. That's what I'm trying to accomplish on the first phone call. Mm-hmm. On the first date, you're not gonna get, it's very hard to get a kiss on the first date. The first time you see a girl, you can't just go up and slap her butt and give her a kiss. Yeah. That's not the way it works. Mm-hmm. You have to make her aware of you. You have to let her know that she can trust you. You know what I mean? And then you have to let her know that you're serious about finding a girl. Mm-hmm. And so that's what I'm trying to accomplish on the first phone call. So I purposely do those three things, and I purposely try to set up an appointment for another phone call. Okay. Because we know we got to talk to the girl multiple times before she'll trust us, before she'll let me grab her butt and think it's okay. Yeah. She need to see me and need to talk to me multiple times. So since I know that already, there's no need for me to go for the butt. I'm just going to say, hey, look, when's the next time we can speak? Well, actually, I'm busy right now. Can I speak to you tomorrow? Let's go ahead and set that up. Since we already know it, let's have full control over ourselves. Yeah. We know we're not gonna make money on that deal today. So even if you need money right now, we know we're not gonna make no money right now. Mm-hmm. So let's just go ahead and act like that.
We just gonna build trust and try to set up a future appointment.
Yeah. Exactly. We're gonna give them exactly what they didn't think they was gonna get. Because when we do that, when we actually do that, they say, "Oh, this dude don't need nothing from me. This dude got money. This dude, he ain't even come off strong. He got women. He got houses. Whatever the topic is that you're trying to get. This is persuasion now. When you're talking to sellers, it's not really about the house. Okay, it's not really about the house.
Well, how do we transition them off a number? Okay. Because when they first reach out to us, we don't have that relationship yet. Yep. We're gonna try to build it. So all they really trying to talk about is, I want $200,000. I want $100,000. Whatever their number is, or what they'll say is, make me an offer with the hopes of your offer is higher than the number that's in their head.
Well, so when they say, hey, well, I want $200,000, and they stop right there and they're silent. So there's a couple things that I can say. I say practice. Okay, I say practice and try all of them to see how they work and see what kind of personality types respond different ways. So the first one I say, which we said already, was, if I give you $200,000, would you consider selling it to me today? Okay, that's the first one. And if they say yes, we'll say, hey, in order for me to determine if I can, if it makes sense for me to buy it for $200,000, I need to know, a little bit more about the property. Could you kind of tell me a little bit about the condition of it? So I go through the script: condition, why, how soon, price. Okay. So if they give me the price in the first bit of the conversation, the next thing that I'll say is, if I don't say that, then I'll say, well, honestly, I have that amount of money, so I can spend that, but you're gonna have to sell me.
You turning around on them. Yeah. And one thing you didn't mention yet though is comps.
Yeah. No.
So at this point in the situation, you're not even looking at comps yet.
No. It's no need to. It's no need to. Like, how you gonna go grab her butt? Yeah. Don't stop. Stop. Don't even. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't even. When you're meeting a new girl, she doesn't want you to look at her breast. She don't want you to look at her butt. She knows she has a nice body, but she don't want you to feel like that's all you're looking at. So you shouldn't be going for the comps. You shouldn't be telling, no, that's too fast. Okay, so I'm gonna give you one more. So if somebody comes right off gate and says, hey, I want $200,000 in the beginning of the phone call, you can say, hey, look, that's too fast. I don't even know you like that. But seriously, I don't even know you like that. I want to know that you're going to do good business, because I just talked to somebody on the phone and they wasn't going to do business, can we just have a little conversation to determine if we want to do business with each other? What all of those things does is put it back into their court to get them to the next step to say, this is the condition. So look, check this out. Hey, I want $200,000. Well, if I give you $2,000, would you consider selling it to me today? Yes. Okay. In order for me to pay $200,000, I need to know more about the property. What's the condition? Great. All of those responses, I'm looking to just get them to the next step. Okay. I'm just looking to, and my next step is finding out more about the property. Okay. Right off gate, if you go straight into it, asking them questions, it feels transactional. Hey, how's the roof? When's the last time you changed the HVAC? How's the carpets? That's too transactional, you know. But if somebody hits you with that price, all you got to do is give them a response that puts it back into their court to get you to the next part of the conversation. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. The only people that ask about price in the beginning of the phone call are logical thinkers. Okay, they're red type personalities. They're people that are business minded. They're calculated. They like numbers. Okay, and they're aggressive. Okay, so you have to be a little bit aggressive with them, and you'll understand this over time. Some people who are aggressive, not all people that are aggressive need an aggressive negotiator. People that make decisions emotionally, they need an emotional, negotiator. People that make decisions with their gut, they need a gut negotiator. Okay, so typically that's what I'm doing. My script is instantly, to make them aware of me, okay, to get them to trust me and to let them know I'm serious. Next, I'm trying to get through the conversation so I can collect all of the data that I need. The condition of the property, why they want to sell, how soon they'll sell, and the price that they will sell at today. Okay. And then I'm also trying to determine literally what kind of person are they? If they curse back. Because they're a cursor. You know what I mean? People that curse like other people that curse. People that like Jordans like other people that like Jordans. You see what I'm saying? So I'm trying to build that connection. Okay. So that's what I'm trying to accomplish on the phone call. Okay. And once at the end of the phone call, if I get a commitment is they will sell at this price and they will sell today. Okay. That's a commitment. Great. I want to sell for $200,000. And yes, if you do that, I'll sell today. At that point, if they say that, then I'm going to get off the phone with them and then I'm going to go look at the comps. Because I got somebody serious now. Okay.
This is the question that I have for that then. All right. Maybe in their head, right? And I've been guilty of it as well. So I'm going to just be honest with it. So I recently sold one of my properties, but when people did reach out and ask me for a number, I just said a high number. I knew honestly that the property wasn't worth that amount, but really I just wanted to know what they could realistically do. Yeah. All right. And then of course, just like anything else, I expected a negotiation. Yeah. So tying that to what you just said, you said, okay, all right, you got my price, $200,000. Yep. In my case, literally for the property that I sold, it was a $60,000 house. Yeah. And when you go back and do your due diligence, as all of you all should, now you see that it's a $60,000 house at best. Yep. But when you talk to me, I'm under the impression that I'm about to get out like a fat cat. Like he said, $200K. Yeah. I told him I sell it today for $200K. Yeah. So how do you come back to me and have that negotiation that, hey, I'm not giving you $140,000 over what it's worth?
Okay. So at this point, all you have is a commitment is that you're not telling them that you can actually do that amount. Okay. The girl just came over and said that, hey, I think you're cute. I was like, oh, I think you're cute too. Right. That's it. You don't have to go all the way at that point.
So when they ask, would you buy it for that price? You say, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I just found out about your property. You just called me. We just start talking about it. And realistically, we don't buy shoes without trying them on. So at that point, once I got the commitment, I have somebody serious. If they actually gave me all the condition of the property, they told me why. They told me that their mom just died and they inherited it, and they got a mortgage on it. They told me that they're ready to sell it right now, or they want to sell it before it goes into foreclosure next month, or whatever the case is. And they said, hey, this is the price that I got to have. They're serious. Okay. And so just by getting the commitment and saying, hey, let me see how close I can get. I'm not sure if I can get there, okay, but let me see how close I can get. Like you just said, they're expecting a negotiation.
Yep.
And like I mentioned, we have to give them exactly what they expect. So on the next phone call, we got to give it to them.
All right.
You know, we got to give it to them. And so how
do you walk into that instead of just saying, okay, you call me back a week later, next day, whenever we agree to speak again. All right, you call me back. Do you say, hey, it's a $60,000 house?
No, no. We got to get it wet. Okay, so look, this is what we do.
Yeah.
So the way we can purchase a house, okay, the way we can get our names, get control of a house is number one, through a cash offer. Okay, that means that a cash offer has to be low. Okay, has to be a low ball figure. Okay,
you say it has to be low.
Has to be low. I mean, it has to be. There's no way. There's no way a cash offer can work and you overpay. That's not gonna work. You're not gonna make any money on that. Okay, you're just gonna waste time. So a cash offer has to be low. Okay, the next way you're gonna the next offer you're gonna make, I should say, is gonna be a creative offer. Okay. You got two basic creative offers that you can do. One is if they have a mortgage in place right now. So one, you're gonna take over the payments, subject to. The second creative offer, basic, is they're gonna sell you the house on payments. They're gonna become the mortgage, you're gonna become the owner, and you're gonna buy the house on payments. Okay. The third way you're gonna get control of the property so you can make money is through a lease option. Okay, this, that's for the people that say, well, I want to sell it, but I don't want to sell it right now, and you somehow figure out that a lease option is best for them. We're going to get to that more often. Okay, we're going to get to that more. Okay,
and for the people out there too, we talked about it in previous videos, but for the benefit of the people that are new, we're not stealing equity from people because when he said, hey, we're going to assume the payments, I know people always say in the comment section, oh, you're stealing away all of their equity. No, we're dealing solely with people who have a house problem. So they don't view the equity as an asset.
Right.
They're underwater, if you will, with trying to keep up with these payments.
Yep.
And they don't want their credit to go to the dump. Right. So if they can get out of this situation where they can preserve at least their credit and their peace of mind, it's a good deal.
Amen.
All right.
And pieces of mind is always better than money, for the seller and for me. Okay. So the last one is we actually list their property to sell it. Even if we're not a realtor, we actually list their property to sell it. Okay. So those are our acquisition strategies. Those are the way we can acquire properties. Okay. We got the cash deal. We got the seller financing deal. We got the subject to deal. We have the lease option way, and we also have listing their property through a realtor.
All right. So the cash offer is low, so because that's the only way that we can make money.
Right.
Right. The lease option is if they say they want to sell it, but maybe they don't want to sell it right now.
Right. So we're gonna be able to rent the property with the option to buy it. Okay. So they can't sell it to nobody else. They're selling it to us. We don't own the property right now, but we have control of it in some form or fashion.
All right. And break down the other ways. So the subject to is for what?
Subject to is for, let me give you a realistic expectation. So this is the one that I just closed on, okay? Is in High Point. The reason why he just purchased a property last year, January.
The same one you're trying to buy now?
I already closed on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I closed on it last week.
Yeah.
Okay. I took home $18,000 check. Let's talk about it. So the reason why he was willing to give me his newly renovated house. Roof is new, siding is new, HVAC is new, flooring is new, paint is new, tiles surround all the way up to the ceiling, 3-bedroom, 1 bath, what everybody wants, stainless steel appliances. I mean, nice house. It really is. It really is a nice house.
You got it for 18.
Yeah, got it. Well, I got it. My sales price is 80. I think it's 89,000. 89. I think it's 89,000. Okay. So what we agreed to was the seller gets $7,000 outside of the loan. He gets $7,000 outside of his loan. So the loan that I took over was like around $80,000. Okay, because I had some attorney fees in there and stuff like that. Okay, so $7,000 outside the loan. So that's how much it cost me to acquire the house. $7,000 plus $1,500 for the attorney. So $9,000 would cost me that's how much it cost me out of my pocket to buy this property. The reason why he sold it to me with the mortgage in place, the payments are $401.
Oh yeah.
Average rent on a 3-bedroom, 1-bath in this area is $1,300.
Oh yeah.
The reason why he sold this property to me, he's only 2 months behind. He's $800 behind. So the reason why he sold it to me is because, okay, he has a heroin problem. Okay, he has a heroin. Now his family was rich. Just so you know, his family was rich. They sold their chicken farm in 2005 to Tyson for $1 billion. His family owned it. His family sold it. So as an heir, he inherited $10 million in 2005. Okay, so I'm telling you. So it's not like this strategy is for dumb people. This is not for dumb people. Okay, this strategy is for people like myself who are smart and know how to use strategies. At this point, he's ran through all of his money because of his addiction. He bought this property because he needed to put his money somewhere so he didn't lose it all. You know, he still hasn't gotten over his addiction problem. So at this point, he don't have any money. He ran through his $10 million. He needs some assistance from the government. He's of age to get assistance. He doesn't have a job, so he can get assistance that way. But the thing about the United States of America is if you're broke, they want you to be broke. So they don't want you to have any assets. So in order for him to get this assistance, they're willing to give him welfare and disability and all this stuff, adding up to about $3,000 a month. But the only way he can get this $3,000 a month from the government is if he doesn't own any assets and owns less than $2,000 in his account. So that means if he has any money, he has to give it away to his family. You see what I'm saying? And if he owns any houses, he has to get rid of it. Okay, so check this out. This is this is key. This is key. This guy sold me his house by giving up his mortgage because he needs assistance from the government in order to live. They won't give him the $3,000 a month if his name is on the deed. So he got to get his name off the deed. And he needs to get it quick. He needs to get his name off the deed quick because Duke Energy is turning off his lights on Friday. We meet on a Monday.
Oh, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Great deal.
You see what I'm saying? Great opportunity. Great opportunity. And we'll get to how we determine this. So that's the reason why. So he needed to get his name off the deed so he can get assistance. There's several other reasons why people pass over their mortgage, but people need our help. They need your help. They need your help.
I also want to tell you guys too. So I know somebody may watch this and say, hey, that's a once in a lifetime situation. I can't bet on that. But just like we talked about in the marketing situation, Sawan, he's taking over 300 shots a day.
Right.
You can't help but make one of them. So if you're trying to find these once in a lifetime opportunities, you need to be doing stuff that, like he says, the other 99% of people are not doing. So if he's sending out this many cold calls, this many ringless voice messages, got his ads running, doing everything that he does to market, that's how you find these opportunities. So it might have been 1,000 other people that would have never done this deal ever in life. They would have tried to figure out 100 different ways to avoid selling their house and getting the assistance. But you only need this one guy to do this.
For sure.
All right. And so on average, how many deals would you say? I know it fluctuates. It's not like a regular job where, I'm going to get 2 deals a month. But on average, what will you say is the amount of deals that you close through your acquisition process as it is now?
So last year we did 62 deals. So I purchased 62 houses. Okay. So the year before that, we did like 50 something. The year before that, we did 74. The year before that, we did 110. And then like my real first year, dibbling and dabbling in it, I think we did like 6 or something like that.
What's the difference between the 100 and some odd year and now where you're saying you're doing on average a little over 2 deals a month now?
You get better.
So
you get better. No fluff.
Consider that a bad year when you did the 100 and some odd deals?
When I did the 110, I made more money last year when I did the
62.
I made more money last year than I did when I did 110.
So are we turning away deals, or are you doing?
I get better. That's what I'm trying. That's not a shortcut. That's not a shortcut.
Because I want you to explain that. Because I know some people may seem like, okay, we're doing worse. If I'm doing 100 this year, I want to do 200 next year, 300 next year.
I pay less in taxes than I do right now, and I make more. You know. Okay. So check this out. So the way that we're gonna buy property, you guys should write this down if you're not. Okay. Buying cash deals. Buying it with cash. It doesn't have to be our own. Buying it with cash offer. Mm-hmm. Seller financing. Them selling their house to us on payments. They go on as a mortgage. We go on as the owner. Okay. Subject to, they have a mortgage in place. We take over the mortgage. We get on the deed. Lease option. They don't want to sell it necessarily right now, but they're willing to sell it to you in the future. So a lease option. Okay. And then listing it with the realtor. When I first started, I was only doing it one way. I had one gun. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. With one bullet. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So of course it's gonna be harder to, kill more deers with one gun and one bullet. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I only got one shot. But when you add in all of these different things and you learn different things within these, all 5 of them, and you start using all 5 of them at the same time, you start to create more checks. You know what I'm saying? You start to create more checks and you start to create more opportunities, So I want to get to the disposition portion. So I'm going to stop right here. So in the disposition portion, I'm going to talk about how we make the money when we get the deal. Okay. So just remember in this part, we need to generate the lead. Okay. We need to sound like an expert. Just sound like, you don't have to be an expert. Sound like an expert, be enthusiastic and sound sharp on the phone. Okay. We need to make them aware of us, through marketing. We need to build trust just by being cool, being yourself on the phone, not being nervous, just being who you are, however that is. Just be you, And then let them know we're serious about it, by getting the commitment at the end of the phone call. That's how you know you're serious, It's not about me. I'm not just throwing out a bunch of numbers just because I'm trying to see what I can do. No, I'm serious about this thing. And the way we're setting up the phone call is finding out the condition, why they want to sell, how soon they'll sell, and price. And you have to get all of the information in order for you to actually get the deal under contract by way of cash, seller financing, subject to lease option, or listing it with the realtor. By the way, like I said, you don't have to be a realtor. I hate to drop the plug, but I give all of this. It's so much to give away. You can't give all of this away in in an hour. But next I'm gonna go over how we're gonna make money once we got the deal on the contract.
All right, so you guys make sure that you're watching all of the videos in this series. I recommend that you watch them in order, but if for whatever reason you landed on this video first, we already talked about getting in the right mindset to do this business. We already talked about how to market properly, and now in this video you guys already know how we structure the deals. In the next video we're gonna talk about disposition. Make sure you got post notifications on. Make sure you're following Sawan on all his social media. It's linked down in the description below. And until next time, so I'm a hustler, stay hustling. JT Automations, I'm gone.